Stepped, ran away, stepped away with her. Yeah. I don't like bullying, which means I don't like you. You both shut up. The only reality is mine.
So it was loaded with mayonnaise and
oh, fuck off. And then I love a parade. Shut the fuck up about my mother. And we're at the 5-star restaurant. I don't even care. I do. Well, I care because it's illegal. It's a bizarre thing. Melissa, did you mention?
I laughed my ass off.
They came from Mars.
We were laughing our asses off.
So Dave's whole. Me, Robin Rosinski, Scott DePace, Doug Gassine, we're laughing our asses off. Scram, Nan Cram!
We laughed our asses off.
Because he's dumb. He's stupid, and he's never going to amount to shit.
Is John the stupidest guy in the world?
Oh, but I stopped paying dues. Is this guy a freaking moron or what? Well, what can my thoughts be? WATP! WATP! Look at the size of those thumbs! What a dick! So where are the marriage people here? You know what? I miss penis.
Stuttering John is a backstabbing cunt.
Dabble Point. A Stuttering John Melendez roundtable discussion.
Welcome to Dabble Point, a weekly discussion about Stuttering John. I'm Carl from Hughezy Podcast. With me every week, the host of the Uncle Rico Show, Shuli and I is here.
Hello, Carl. Pleasure to be here. Thank you. Hughezy, Lucy, pleasure. Thank you.
Don't get ahead of ourselves here. I haven't even introduced these people yet.
I know. I wanted to
Audio
steal your
listeners have no idea what's going on. Also with me, the paralegal with a pair of tits from Once Over with Kaylee. It's Lucy Tightbox.
Well, hello. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. And also with us, a guy who claims to know English from the Hughezy on YouTube. It's Hughezy.
Hello, Shuli. Hello, Lucy.
Be professional. Let Carl say everybody's names.
Yeah, we will have a meeting after this. I feel like this show's going really downhill. Got a lot to work on. We have more of Stuttering John's audiobook. Easy for you to say. We'll be getting into that. You can participate in the show and support us. Supertip.gg/WATP. We do appreciate that. There's also some interesting things going on with John. Of course, he took out a $30,000 HELOC. We've talked about that, and there's speculation on what he's spending that money on. Some people think maybe it's a pool. Well, it could be a pool, according to Vegas beer sales Jerry. It could be an attorney in Alabama. We've seen some movement on that front. It could be Busch Light for his house. It could be all those things.
Yeah. And, he's going to only have to make payments on 2 out of those 3. So, good luck. We'll see what happens.
It's insane. This guy has no plan. He left the Dabbleverse. He's like, I'm not going to read insults for $2 at a time anymore. And then he's like, oh shit, I don't make money. Fuck.
His plan is the HELOC. Duh.
Yeah. You have to pay back loans though.
Does he know
I got $30,000. Of course I can pay it back.
Yeah.
And, I believe it's posted on Twitter already, but there is a 42-page reply from John's attorney, where I just glanced at it for a second, but it looks like there's a motion to dismiss, which, in my opinion, makes taking out the loan even more ridiculous.
Okay, so this was posted in Dabblers Anonymous, and John Melendez has a new attorney, and a 42-page motion to dismiss is apparently coming. So this is out, Lucy. Have you found this?
I have.
Okay, obviously.
This
42
is the
pages a
old.
lot.
This is not the actual one on Dabblers. There's one.
Okay.
There's one on the actual one that just got filed is up on X.
That narrows it down.
Yeah, hold on. I'll send you the thing.
Okay, that'd be great. Lucy, you've been looking into this. What's going on? Why does John have a different attorney? We had an attorney that filed for continuation or trying to move things,
Extension.
Those are great
I
words.
believe.
You're doing
Thank
great.
you.
Yeah, extension
Thanks.
is closer. Better
right.
job, Julie. So basically we had that initial attorney. I don't even remember his name. He existed for a short period of time. John loves having multiple attorneys is all I can figure. So now he has this new attorney who's coming in. They filed the correct paperwork, which hasn't always happened in previous John lawsuits. So there's a new attorney coming in, and it does look like there's going to be a motion to dismiss, and it is going to also have a portion of it where it is requesting to change venues, which might sound very familiar to you, Carl and Shuli, because that is very similar to the motions that you guys made in the lawsuit where John is suing you.
Right.
So I think John might have figured some things out. I don't know, a little bit, sort of.
Interesting.
I don't really understand a lot of the arguments. I will say I think that there are some good arguments in what I've read so far. I haven't had a chance to really dig my teeth into it. It makes some good arguments. I think it also makes some really dumb arguments, like requesting to move the lawsuit to Florida, which I think is a particularly dumb thing because one of the other things that the motion is requesting is to dismiss some of the claims based on statute of limitations. And Florida is notoriously bizarre for its statute of limitations laws. They're actually very similar to the New York laws, and I am very familiar with those. So I think that it would be more likely to win a statute of limitations argument in Alabama than in Florida. So I think that's a little bit bizarre, but there's some interesting stuff in there. It's gonna be neat.
Well, I can confirm that I caught up with Mr. Melendez over the weekend.
You talked to John on Saturday.
Mr. Melendez, yes.
Sure.
And he seems in good spirits. And
What
drinking
time?
some
What
food.
time was this conversation that you had?
Good question.
Which spirit?
Well, I can't dox that. But basically, and this is not a cheap plug, so over on my YouTube channel, we've started doing the members-only drink streams. And I drank a bunch of Coors Light, and I wasn't feeling very well the next day. So we had a catch-up conversation about the effects of the glorious Coors Light. It was very mature, and you'll never guess where the conversation led to.
Before you tell us that, who reached out to who first? I'd like to know.
Me reaching out to him.
So what's interesting is you touched upon the one thing that got him into a conversation with you, which was Coors.
Yeah, and
You lured
Bush
him
Light.
in. And Bush. Well,
Yeah.
you throw it all at the wall, see what sticks. I get it. Go ahead. So you guys were talking.
Yeah, and basically I was incredibly hungover and dehydrated, and I told him all about the hell that I was going through, and he probably thought I was a you know what, and it was good to hear back from the Duke, the king of comedy podcasting.
Yeah, it's great. I didn't know you're running for political office. What the fuck did he say to you?
Right. Yeah. Cool. You guys had it back and forth. Neat. What did you say to each other?
Right.
Oh, I can't dox that.
Is this thing
I'm
on?
not-
Wow.
Yeah, but I'll probably mention it tomorrow on my stream at 6 p.m.
Jesus Christ, this fucking guy. Unbelievable. All right. So
It's
John's
like your
still
fav-
alive, and he's following the Dabble verse at all. Can you say anything?
He didn't mention anything like that, although I did try to get him to say something about Kevin Brennan, who is a cunt. So none of that was addressed. He just sort of skimmed over it. But we did talk a lot about beer and the morning after beers.
This is like when your favorite metal band or rock band shows up on a Disney soundtrack, this Hughezy segment.
Yep.
I'm just like, wow, they completely sold out.
Speaking of Kevin Brennan, Lyndon, 49, didn't know MLC was a secret escort service.
Well, not anymore. You just told everybody.
All right, not secret. Good point. I'm sure we'll be covering that on other programming during the week this week on Shuli Network and WATP and
Yeah, but if the TSN merch store wants to create a Man Loves Cuckolding t-shirt, I'd say do it quickly. And of course, go for the pink. Mixed with brown, from what I hear.
Supertip.gg/WATP is where you can go to participate in the program today.
Guys, I know WATP is a cool, edgy, and irreverent show, but can you please go easy on the podcast Hitman Bits and Pieces jokes too soon? Okay, thanks, bye.
That was from yesterday. Leopard Mystic coming in. Oh, he's got a image tip for us. Let me get that on
that's
the screen.
great.
All right. Labyrinth Mystic. Oh, I can't read this at all. Hey, Carl, it helps to have a link to super tips if you want super tips. Could also be dabblers trying to help you beat Kevin like Doom Dixon Levy. Are you talking about the creep off? Yeah, Vinny's not good at that. I asked him to get super tips for like a year. He finally did it. And then he can never get it to work and he doesn't put a link anywhere. But thank you, Leopard Mystic. I will yell at Vinny the next chance I get. I appreciate you. Two short, long dogs.
So I rear-ended a car the other day, and the driver of the car I hit was a dwarf. He jumped out, looked at me, said, "I'm not happy." I said, "Well, which one are you?" "Bits and pieces, bits and pieces."
Yeah, tell jokes. Come on. It's far-fetched.
Savannah Bananas is the gayest sports name ever. Even gayer than the Frisco Rough Riders.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Sure.
No, I was just saying I like the robotic Adam Bush sound that I was hearing with that.
Producer Chris is black and Adam's a robot for some reason on our super tip. I was mentioning on the creep off, I think today, that my wife and I have been watching the Bananas baseball, that league with the Savannah Bananas.
Sure.
She's a big Clowns fan. I'm more into the party animals.
Yeah. It's aware she's a fan of clowns, but go ahead.
She actually went to clown school. Anyway, not the point. Black Carl coming in.
Yo, what's up? You'll think I had my kid aborted? Shit, I abandoned that fool like a true G. I heard that motherfucker still around the area, though, chilling and streaming in Planet Fitness parking lots.
I know what you're talking about.
The escort story just got bumped. What about clown school? What?
She went to clown college.
I hope nobody super tips images that could show us what that may look like.
Not only is he a clown, but his wife's a clown. Graduated with honors.
Nancram with $20. In case you're wondering, John is still taking my $7.50 Patreon membership fee a month. It amuses me to see how long it will go on, and I'm happy to pay for the pool in my own small way. Hashtag I won't scram.
You'll scram.
STDJ disgusting lumpy goiter.
I borrowed $30,000 and then immediately hired a new lawyer, but those two things are not connected. I'm definitely putting in the pool and I'll fill it with my slobber skull.
Cost cutting. My friend Raperbutt is here.
Did you hear about the abusive Indian husband? He hit his wife each night at 7 o'clock on the dot. Bits and pieces.
Well done, Raperbutt. Jokey the Jackman.
Hughezy, after your opening today, I'm willing to let you use my catchphrase all week long. Clap, please clap. That's right. I force applause breaks. Thanks for the boo.
That one, that doesn't work. It's only funny if it's yellow or red insults. Everybody knows that. Green.
Thank you. Please clap. I force applause breaks. I force them. Some people earn them. I force them.
Tough C, man.
Hey, stupid drunk, don't blow all that 3,000 on Pisswasser and fighting the Shuli lawsuit. You still have my defamation suit coming down to Pike. Wait for it. Skull.
Yeah, what is going on with our lawsuit? Shuli. I know you've moved on to other things, but this was supposed to be wrapped up by now. It's the end of July.
Yeah, I think I think he started looking into it and then was so disgusted by it and said, "This is such a waste of time. I'll get back to it later," and then started looking at more important shit.
Lucy, any thoughts on that? Because Lucy and I had a conversation. I'm like, there's no way he's going to read any of this. And she goes, no, the judge will read all of it. Like, okay.
Yeah, he won't understand all of it, but he will read all of it. No, I think Shuli has a really good point there. I think that probably what happened is the judge totally intended to make a decision within 60 days. Once that 60-day mark was coming close, picked up the papers and went, what the fuck is this? And put them at the bottom of the stack. So I've been estimating maybe another month or so. That's generally in Monroe County, it's about 3 months for a decision these days. So someplace soon, fingers crossed.
We know from our attorney that the judge was pissed that the Manhattan court just kicked it to Rochester.
Yes.
Because, obviously we filed a couple different motions and they went, oh, move it to Rochester? Yeah, let's do that. And didn't rule on anything else. So I can only imagine the judge is even more pissed. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm going to read this? This is nonsense.
We need it wrapped up soon because people need to know when/if DabbleCon 3 is happening.
No shit.
Cheap plug last night on the stream. Rochi and the guy from the Beef Tips, Carl's Frosted Tips, are now threatening to fight each other at DabbleCon. So let's hurry up and do this so that we can see an English person get killed.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
I don't have to make it this Dabbleverse anymore. Timothy McDonough coming in.
I will fill the pool with Bush Light to save on my water bill.
Good idea. Awesome Mullet became a member. Thank you very much, Awesome Mullet. We're doing a bonus show right after this show, 7:30. I'm going to be looking at, John. We played this on Point Double Point last week. John was a pest at the Channel 9 show and would not leave Karen alone. To the point where a producer had to be like, John, you have to stop hitting on Karen. And he wouldn't take no for an answer. Eventually wore down. They started dating. My favorite part of John's book was when he goes, so Karen said that we could start dating, but we couldn't tell anyone and she was still going to see other people.
Yep.
Good stuff, John. Anyway, I have a pretty good quality video of the Sternly Wed game. It's not clever at all, Sternly Wed game. From when it was John and Karen. And I also have audio from the Howard Stern show where John announced that him and Karen were dating to everyone. So we'll be doing that at 7:30. If you're a member on this channel, you can watch that. Or if you're a Patreon member, you'll be able to watch that. And so thank you, Awesome Mullet, and hey, good job for becoming members on this channel. Lever Mystic Earl, did either Super Tip show up, Creep or WATP? I think I just played the WATP one. The Creep is controlled by Vinny, which I should probably take over. It's fucking up. Motor Heathen, F Liverpool. I want to listen to black metal and eat popsicles with Lucy.
I'm in.
There you.
Lyndon didn't know MLC was played that one. Read that one. Long Dogs, Heloc, and the Masters of the Dabbleverse.
Yeah.
I like it. Someone can make that. Our buddy Woody from Syracuse. Hey, kids. Looking forward to coming back to Rochester this weekend to see the Isotopes at Skylark Lounge Saturday, August 1st. Oh, hey, Miss Kaylee.
Hi, Woody. Thanks for the plug.
Yes, thank you, Woody. We were hanging out this, what was it, last weekend, the weekend before? Time's flying.
Time is weird.
He came to the Hack the Movies that you put on, Lucy.
Yeah, that's
and,
great.
It was great seeing Woody. And yes, the Isotopes this Saturday at Skylark. Come down and see Lucy and Maya's band. Lever Mystic, John was ready to let a hurricane take him. Maybe this loan is I'm going out with a bang and having some cash to do it, aka Greenland visit.
Or it's for a pool. I mean,
let's hope that's not the case.
You're in that area. It's got to be pretty easy to get a pool put in when you got those canals behind you, right?
No.
Oh.
We'll get into it, but the dumbest fucking thing is that he bought a house that didn't have a pool. Almost every house has a pool in that area. It's wild. Yeah. Who wants a house without a pool there? It's hot as fuck. Anyway, Lever Mystic gifted 5 for these podcast memberships. Thank you very much for doing that. Mr. Mystic. Appreciate you, buddy. Benny Blessings. It's a nice day for a shotgun filing. It's a nice day to start again. Little Billy Idol. Linden49, TSN and WTP rocks. Lucy, much love. H, take notes.
Thanks, Lyndon.
Tukey's unpaid staff. BTH, 8 p.m. Be there or don't care either way. Yes, that is bigger than Hitler on Cardiff's channel. K9 Gamma and the Trevor Who. FSJ, Skull, Dabblers, TSN, WTP, Hughezy, 143, Booby Shark. Thank you to all of the chat. All of you help me laugh and get through each day. Bits and pieces. Good to see you, Trevor. And Stuttering John Corleone. It's not business, Shuli. It's strictly personal.
Goddamn right.
He's got a fucking game making fun of my liver.
All right, so John takes out $30,000. The collateral is his house. It's not even paid for. So he's got this HELOC. And I took out a HELOC once to redo my kitchen. That's why you would do something like that. But
right.
John apparently did that, according to Vegas Beer Sales Jerry, to put in a pool. And so Vegas Beer Sales is all over X saying, Alien all in, the pool, cabana, required fence, hedges, cabana, you know, said that, and water slide. This is going to be approximately $100,000. Thank God John wisely invested in Luck and Coffee. And then he says, construction target start date September 10th. The privacy hedges alone are going to be $4,500. And damn dude, I already said yesterday that the dabblers would be looking for the permit. Nobody said the pool was going to cost $30,000. John has the rest covered. This just a revolving credit line. He can draw from it when needed and pay it back according to the terms. So apparently there's an update on this where, I didn't know Muttering Jay was still around, but I guess he is. And Vegas Beer Sales tells Muttering Jay, the truth is I haven't talked to John in 2 weeks since he's been out of the country. I made up the pool/car story just to show how obsessed you losers are with John and how easy it is to fuck with you. I learned from the best, the Duke. He got us again, man.
Got me. He
I know.
got me. I look like a fool, Carl. I look like
invested
a fool
everything
now.
in this storyline.
Fuck.
I started a brand new show about John's pool.
Hughezy, when you talked to him, where was he that he was out of the country?
Well, I can't say that, but I did hear splashing. You know?
Yeah. Even in his coming clean, Jerry's still full of shit.
I know. This is Jamaica all over again.
Yes.
Where John has different resolutions for his photos from there, and he's never in any of the pictures.
But the funniest part is, like, it's supposed to make us look bad. No one believed it for a fucking second.
It didn't make any sense. Like I said, you don't buy a house in Cape Coral and then put a pool in. You buy a house that has a pool.
Also, if you're a grown man, you don't put a slide in your pool.
Yeah, slides aren't a thing in 2026.
Also, you don't take out a HELOC if you don't have a job to pay the fucking loan back.
Yeah, that's the funniest part about this. I have a feeling, and Shuli, interested in your thoughts on this. Is this going to force John to come back to YouTube, start reading insults again?
First of all, much like Hughezy, I talked to John as well through the various 27 people that he reaches out to daily, a lot of times at night, drunkenly, babbling, spilling all the beans as usual. John has not changed one bit. Jerry on Twitter was claiming, wait for it. This response, his motion to dismiss, that's what I'm supposed to wait for. This guy took out $30,000 to write a motion to get a reply for a motion to dismiss when he could have stopped striking us. Like, we reached out to him and asked him a cease and desist. We showed him a lawsuit was coming. If this continued, he could have done that. And then once it happened, he could have reached out at any point to have a conversation about something to save himself paying $90,000 on $30,000 for the next 25 years. But I've always said, when it comes to a decision, he will make the worst one every time. And that here you go. Here we are. So,
I'm just realizing right now how much better HELOC math is than beer math.
Yeah.
That is so accurate. He's going to have to pay so much fucking money on that. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he that's it. He locked in for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
If Stuttering Johns comes back, we will help him set up Dabble Tip. He will make a fortune. We will get him all types of insider info on Brandon and his wife. This is the time. Let's Go John. Trump 2026. Oh, we've already done that one. But yeah, I think that this is going to be his year. Stuttering John's going big time, especially now that Stern fired everybody, so everybody can go on the Stuttering John show. He's going to have the biggest podcast ever.
Yeah, well,
that's a good point. We get Benji on there as the head writer of the Stuttering John podcast.
I don't think the Kevin Escort thing gets him back on. I think Carl's Jenny being in clown college, now he's running
that's a good point.
to hit go live. Now he's ready.
He's having Jerry make AI images of it right now for the Duke of the future. Or whatever the fuck.
Well, and to circle back to Jerry, you know, this is a guy who, again, is starving for attention now that John is gone. Ava's in the same boat. All of John, well, with the exception of Clay. Clay Dabbler moved on, turned out to be maybe the most normal out of everybody in John's
Which
camp.
we knew. We knew that.
Which we did know, but there were some moments there where you're like, you know. But everyone else is starving. When have you ever seen Jerry so active on Twitter looking to get into debates with people?
Isn't that funny? The people that John's hurting the most were his allies.
Yep.
So you got Nice Podcast Stupid is gone.
Ran
Abba
away.
is just spinning her wheels, trying to get something going, trying to make it. I know.
Abba's now friends with Kumia. Abba's now friends with Anthony and sings his praises. And that's got to be great for Johnny, huh?
Yeah, so that's good. And then you got VTL, who texted me out of the blue about my YouTube numbers or something. Like, he's got nothing. He's like, shit, no one's paying attention to me anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
all
he
his shows with Lucy or whatever her name is, Miss Judy.
He was starving for attention when John was still on, and now he's spiraling. You know, but yeah. So I always bring up to Jerry, you know, about John, you know, threatening me and my kids with pictures of them, talking about it numerous times, bragging about it. And so Jerry puts this, and it just really sums up who this guy is. My last super chat to John was $1.99 in May 2024, which if you don't think Jerry's giving to this legal shit or has loaned him money in the past since John's left, you're out of your mind. I never sent him pictures of anyone's kids, but I know who did. I hate the guy who sent them. He hates the guy. But since Shuli makes such a big deal about it, I'll keep my mouth shut.
I believe him.
What a childish thing to write. It's so ridiculous. I can't believe how many children there are in the Dabbleverse.
Yeah. And it's always the one who scream, I knew, that are the ones who literally know. This guy knows and is protecting somebody doing that. Like, how do you defend that?
That's great
crazy.
question.
You know? Especially if people are giving you shit and accusing you of being that guy who did it. If I'm Jerry, I'm like, oh, I don't like this fucking guy, but I'm catching heat for what he did. Fuck him. Here's the name. Here's who did it. Nope. He'd rather take the heat. That's a little
Shuli
weird.
wants it too badly. I can't possibly do that.
He would rather go na 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 on the playground to you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So when people dox Jerry, don't make a big deal about it, Jerry. Those are your rules according to you, right? So all good.
All right, we got easy for you to say coming up in just one moment. Of course,
I can't wait.
Where did we leave off last time? So I think he was talking about all the celebrity interviews. He was bragging about questions that Fred wrote for him.
I remember possible SA and then celebrity interviews.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe was the order.
So he's going through the greatest hits. We're going to start off going back to John being 5 years old in this next chapter. We're about to start.
When he worked at the tire plant?
Right, yes. He had a full-time job at the tire plant. But first, Happy Valley Wrecking Crew at supertip.gg/WATP. If people are going to fight at DabbleCon, I'm here to say I'll fight anyone who wants to. Jesus, why does everyone want to fight? We do comedy shows around here, people.
That's those fucking TSN fans. You don't have Stuttering John fans trying to fight people.
Right. You know, John is in his empty pool right now going, I told you this would happen. Look at them.
Yep, they're all infighting. Yeah.
They're all ripping each other's throat out.
Guys, the Dabbleverse is about laughing and fucking. No fighting. All right, we can all agree on that, right?
Let's celebrate. All right,
Charlie McDennis.
I'm with Hughezy. When his DabbleCon 3, I've been sold my lot of Kias.
All right. Aaron Brown.
I feel so sorry for John's mom. I wonder who is financially responsible when she dies. I knew there was a reason I was day drinking. Hello, Hughezy, and hello, Kaylee. Most importantly, stay away, OJ.
Hi, Aaron.
Hughezy.
Eugene coming back in.
Jerry fooled you all. I'm actually using all the money for Bush Light Beer, Mama Celeste Pizza, canned ham and bean soup, and 7-Eleven chicken cutlets. I'm living like a king.
That could be true, but I believe it's Red Baron Pizza is his choice.
Yeah, stupid.
Yeah, come on. Big fan. Hughezy doing a killer impression of Silent Mike.
Who?
It's not easy.
Rick from New York. KB spamming. I'll bet he's annoyed he took the L to TSN yesterday. Dude, this fucking Dabble dashboard. If everyone could just keep sending Kevin whenever he's not number one, he loses his mind over it. It's literal mental illness, what's going on with Kevin Brennan.
I think he's misunderstood, really.
Yeah, I think he misunderstands himself. He didn't even know why he was mad at Flimsy. He was like screaming at the guy. Flimsy's like, I thought you'd like it. Yeah, you're great. Come on.
Yeah, but that loser, Christopher Nolan, only made $700 million so far on the Odyssey.
If it doesn't make $1 billion, it's embarrassing.
Guess what? It'll die out any minute now.
Yeah, right. Wait for it.
Any minute. And word of mouth's going to start traveling, and people are going to, they're done.
Back to Batman.
Colin Madden says, the genesis of this community may have sprung up around clowning Stuttering Jen, but if the last few months have proven anything, his participation is not necessary. Agreed, Colin Madden. And he also gifted a Who Are These Podcast memberships. Thank you very much for doing that. And Missile Dick, 3,000 is a member for 1 month.
Let me tell you, hey, heart of gold, this guy. The Missile Dick family.
3,000?
The whole family's great, yeah.
Fantastic. I'm really appreciative that Missile Dick is here with us.
Yeah.
Let's get into the book.
Oh, no, not again. Those were the words I uttered with my back against my bedroom door, looking down at the foyer a floor below as my dad continued to beat the living shit out of my sister Susan. I was 5 or 6, and this was not the first time I had witnessed something like this. A very special stuttering John.
The hard-on was so weird for me.
Oh, no.
Mom ran.
He goes, oh, no, not again. We'll be in chapter 7 when he shits himself at the beginning of the chapter.
When I went down to get a few licks in, I was forced against my will.
I like that he's like, guys, guess what happened to me in my childhood? I had to watch my sister get her ass kicked. Like, I feel like she would have a better story about this than you would.
I had to stay quiet the whole time she was taking a beating.
Yeah, I wanted to go outside and play. It was very tough for me.
They're blocking the door.
I was hungry, too.
The first time I had witnessed something like this. My mom ran down in only her panties and jumped on my father's back, pulling him.
Slow down, John.
I mean,
read that
not
part
every
slower.
detail. Not every detail needs to go in the book, John.
Come
Jesus
on.
Christ.
She had a hairy pussy, and I could tell.
Yeah, let's hear more about his mom and panties. Wow.
Something like this. My mom ran down in only her panties and jumped on my father's back, pulling him off my sister. What happened this time, I wondered. It turns out she showed up a half an hour late. A suitable punishment, I guess.
Fucking bitches, am I
A
right?
half an hour late and in panties? What the fuck?
No, the mom was in panties.
A 30-minute kicking that a tits-out Asa came to stop?
I like that.
Like, that's a tough sister.
I like that his dad's beating the shit out of his little sister for being 30 minutes late, and he goes, I'm still not 100% sure that this was wrong. He goes, she was a half hour late.
She's not learning the lesson here, so there is that.
My mom used a pubic hair.
It's like a WCW match in that house.
Yes. That night, my mom slept in bed with her young, scared, shitless son, her hand gripped around the handle of a carving knife to protect me from my dad.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, whoa. How did you become the victim of this, John? Holy shit. Shouldn't your sister be more concerned about this?
My sister was down unconscious on the floor, but we didn't want to help her because it was gross.
My mom's
I couldn't sleep listening to her scream as he beat her.
And we all wore white pajamas, didn't want to get her fucking broke nose all over our shit.
My ma's European. She wore what they call a tongue panties.
Knife to protect me from my dad. Good night, Mommy, I said, knowing this was not the last time the slap fest was going to happen. I felt...
Good night, Mommy.
I don't like good night, Mommy immediately after she's in panties and cuddling me in my bed. What the fuck, Freud? Oh my God.
Wow.
I hate it. I hate it.
I slipped a hand on my mom for a couple of seconds. She was definitely asleep.
Oh.
He's definitely referred to Susanna as his mom before. We've heard him slip up with that.
And we do know that his mom is a really good friend of his based on your guys' lawsuit. So
True. I've known John for a very long time. We're tight.
fell asleep, but my sister's crying in the next room. The stuttering started around that time, and the OCD soon followed.
Oh. So he's the victim of his dad being the shit out of his sister. That's too bad.
It's terrible when these things happen to good people.
What happened to your sister? Well, she became Dana DeVito.
Yeah, she has the brain function of a 14-year middle linebacker in the NFL.
And the OCD soon followed. We all received these open-hand slap beatings, but my sister Joyce got it the worst. My brother Roy the least. He was the oldest and apparently the smartest at avoiding Dad's torrential tirades. He could spot the eyebrows rising, and as soon as they went up, you were given about 10 seconds to either shut the fuck up or get your face smacked in. See, my dad wasn't so bad. I mean, at least he didn't hit us with a closed fist. Otherwise, I would find this extremely abusive. I think...
It causes stuttering at its OCD. He's like, but it was fine. You know, I mean, it could have been worse. Okay.
He'd use a towel so there'd be no bruising. He was a good guy like that.
I think my first beating was premeditated. I was alone with my dad. Mom was babysitting another bunch of kids. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Why the fuck would she leave a young boy home with a dad she knows can snap at any minute? In hindsight, my mom was an innocent woman.
Hold on. He has yet to be hit, okay?
Right.
So she's like protecting him from something that has yet to happen. Right. Why isn't the sister being protected? She's the one getting the shit kicked out of her.
Plus, she needed to make the money that John's and I taken from her today.
Sure, she knew the future was going to be expensive.
There might be a case of main character syndrome going on with John Mulaney. It's like, this story ain't about you, John.
The dad she knows can snap at any minute. In hindsight, my mom was an innocent woman off the boat from Denmark at the age of 18 who soon after met my dad. It's easy to judge now, but this was back in the old days. What did she know? Anyway.
Wait, so if you're from Denmark, you don't protect your children from predators? Like, what do you mean?
She came off the boat in nothing but her panties.
At the ripe old age of 18.
Yeah. What am I judging her for, and why? Why am I judging her?
I don't understand that at all. These fucking idiots from Denmark. Am I right, people? The Danes.
Anyway, here I am asking my dad to help me with my homework. But he was busy on his bed, engineering papers strewn out across the duvet. He was busy. How dare I interrupt? I asked him for help. He said he was busy. I asked again, angrier. He said he was busy. I knew that if I asked again, I was getting beat. And that if I didn't ask, I would survive unscathed. Unfortunately, I chose the former. Why? I mean, I knew it was going to lead to my ass getting kicked. Well, because I felt guilty that only my sisters got the beatings. I mean, who was I to avoid them?
Jesus Christ, what a martyr.
He's the hero now. Yay.
Yes. John decided to did a beating out of nowhere. It wasn't like someone else was going to get beat. If it wasn't him, he just wanted to create that for his sisters. Thanks. This is such bullshit. He asked his dad for help with his homework thrice. And for that, he got his ass kicked.
He watched the Passion of the Christ the day before he wrote that paragraph, and he goes, "Hey, that's good stuff, Dad. I'll put it in my fucking book." And he didn't sacrifice him. Why would a kid that young be smart enough to know? He goes, "I'll take a beating." I don't believe that story, even though he's a great man.
I picture him opening the door to his sister's room, and he just looks at it and he goes, "This one's on me," and then shuts the door and goes,
"Take the day off, sis. I got this one.
Help me with my homework, you fat fuck."
Anthony Cumia with $10. Isn't this how Puerto Ricans show love? Listen,
Yes.
I can't have that kind of stereotypes and racism around here.
That's just going to ruin his reputation.
Unacceptable. Did I see Anthony and Jim Norton have a show?
Yeah.
Yes, and I'll publicly ask if they ever want an unfunny Hughes to ruin the conversation. I'm available. That's what the people want. Cumia, Norton, and Hughes. Let's go.
You're worse
Have
than
you no
Blind Mike
shame?
inviting himself on Story Wars.
Yeah.
Jesus. So
Have you no
embarrassing.
shame? Kumi, I'm available. Hit me up. Anyways.
Very
where were we?
exciting. Anthony and Jim reunited.
This has already abused me enough calling me mama's boy, and this was my way of proving that I was one of them. Dad, can you please beat the shit out of me? I mean, help me with my homework. Bam, slap, game over. My trust in Dad, gone.
Well, hold on a second. He wanted that to happen. He asked for it. He knew it was going to happen. And then he's like, and I don't think I like this guy anymore.
Yeah,
Well, not only that, I don't trust him. You should trust him
Right.
even more now. You knew it was
Right.
going to happen, and then it happened. Seems like he follows through.
He gave me a black eye. The man is true to a fault. You can't knock him there, you know?
Doesn't make any sense.
From there on out, it was a confused love I felt for him. On the one hand, he was a hot-tempered maniac, capable of hitting his young children at will, and on the other...
What was that?
And on the other hand, I got hot every time I seen him.
Well, okay, those are a couple of the cons. Let's hear the pros. Let's hear what he does.
I think he said capable. Let me hear that again.
for him. On the one hand, he was a hot-tempered maniac, capable of hitting his young children at will.
Close.
And on the other hand, he was this great, smart, funny dad who took us on wonderful vacations, made us laugh, provided for us, fed us. How could I control which dad I was going to get? I couldn't. I did try to control it. It's called OCD, aka obsessive-compulsive disorder. Trust.
So his OCD is to keep his dad under control.
Right, but when he gets up out of bed, he has to count how many steps he takes to the bathroom before
Or
he
else-
brushes his teeth.
Or else his dad will be upset with him if he doesn't count. I don't
no,
understand how
not
one.
again.
Yeah. I missed 2 steps on my count to take a piss.
I think the OCD might be bullshit.
Called OCD, aka obsessive-compulsive disorder. Trust me, much like my stuttering, I truly believe most of it is physiological, a chemical imbalance in the brain. But this abuse was not fucking helping. My other 2 beatings were not premeditated, however. One was because I accidentally shit my pants when he was watching me alone. I still remember the log lying in my underwear like a cigar in an ashtray, and my dad upset I couldn't hold it in. Yeah.
It was terrible. He was giving me a shower at the time.
He should just be happy that at some point he had logs and not straight up diarrhea, which
That's
I'm pretty sure is
true.
what we've all seen. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
This guy has shit his pants a time or two. He has known to do that.
He was. Hold on. Can you bring that back? 'Cause
Yeah,
I gotta hear that whole.
Yeah. He's claiming he's been beaten 3 times. One was
Yeah,
asking
but-
for help with homework.
But he
One was
claimed he
shitting his pants.
Yeah, he claimed he shit himself watching TV, not being beaten.
Right.
He
The
was
hell were you
enjoying the
watching?
This
show.
abuse was not
Yeah.
Wasn't time for the commercial break yet.
fucking helping. My other 2 beatings were not premeditated, however. One was because I accidentally shit my pants when he was watching me alone. I still remember the log lying in my underwear like a cigar in an ashtray, and my dad upset I couldn't hold it in.
All right, hold on. The only other human being I know that accidentally shits himself is Beetlejuice.
Right.
And I know that for a fact.
And Lucy, but I don't want to talk about that here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I like he goes, the one of them was for accidentally shitting myself.
Well, he also said something. He goes, when he was watching me alone, that's not
Yeah.
how alone works.
Yeah.
Also, it's your dad. what do you mean? I got to babysit you? God damn it.
Right.
Doesn't make any sense.
I couldn't get to the bathroom because my sister was unconscious at the top of the stairs.
Woe is me.
One of the times it was court ordered that he watched me, and I accidentally shit myself. The fuck?
Sure, you have kids.
Yeah.
How often do you beat them when they shit themselves or have an accident?
I beat them if they don't shit themselves. That's how we run things here.
Smart.
Lie in my underwear like a cigar in an ashtray, and my dad upset I couldn't hold it in.
Also, that
So he made me smoke it.
That analogy is weird too. A cigar in an ashtray is not how a shit would be in your underpants.
First of all, he's also not outdoors at a campsite. He's home. How do you not go to the bathroom and take a shit?
He was 17 too. He's going to reveal that in a moment.
Right. I got in my car and I drove away with the shit in my pants still.
I'm not getting hungry. Hey, retard. Jesus Christ. These rumors are ridiculous.
I keep my appointments.
Boom. What a dick I was. The last was when I was building a go-kart with my friend John Holter. We were 8, and I cut one of my dad's many precious 2x4s that had been lying in the garage for years gathering dust. He walked into the garage, saw I used a piece of his wood without asking, and slapped the crap out of me in front of my terrified friend. Why would he do this, you ask? Well, my dad is a hoarder with shades of OCD himself. I remember he had this army boot and a vice downstairs.
Frankly, John didn't get beat enough. I like that he's just like, can you believe my dad beat me? Yeah. I'm shocked he didn't punch the shit out of you way more often.
He said his dad had an army boot in a vice. This is sounding like the Mousetrap game, if anybody remembers playing that.
Why would he do this, you ask? Well, my dad is a hoarder with shades of OCD himself. I remember he had this army boot and a vice downstairs for most of my childhood. He'd save everything. Meanwhile, my face was constantly red from the pain of my incessant crying. My home wasn't safe. I was scared and alone. I think in some way my stuttering became a tool of defense. I'd rather show weakness so that the predator would feel bad enough to let me live another day. No safety at home.
So now we get to the root of, how should I know? I don't know that. That's his go-to. Be dumb, have a stutter, and then people won't fuck with you. Interesting.
He's had a lot of different reasons for his stutter. This is
a defense mechanism.
Yeah, he invented this one for the book.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So did he explain why he shit himself?
No.
OCD.
No.
Oh, okay.
Somebody in chat said they think he shit himself because he was so afraid of his dad beating him.
No, the dad beat him because he shit himself.
That's what I'm saying.
Right, yeah. All right.
Well, that's not the full story. We need the prequel to the book then. Man, my
the predator would feel bad enough to let me live another day. No safety at home, and soon you'll see no safety anywhere else either.
Hold on. I'm sorry, but I got to go back to the guy who says don't take no or can't as an answer.
Right.
I don't back down from anyone, and now his whole fucking motto is maybe he'll let me live to fight another day.
If I'm pathetic enough, maybe he won't beat the shit out of me anymore because he feels bad for me. This is a very different. I thought it was supposed to be like a feel-good story about how to overcome problems in your life.
Man.
In kindergarten, I used to walk a mile to school alone.
Yeah. Oh, fuck you.
Uphill both ways.
Yeah, what an idiot.
Well, guess what? Stop shitting yourself. Maybe people will hang out with you.
He lived on Long Island. There's buses. There's definitely school buses for kindergarten. Are you fucking kidding me? And I walk a mile alone?
The buses don't want a pants shitter on there.
I know, but they have to take them.
This story sounds like kindergarten crap. Thank you.
Home, and soon you'll see no safety anywhere else either. In kindergarten, I used to walk a mile to school alone. Yes, a 4-year-old on his own. I got independence before I knew how to spell it. I think.
Yeah. Want to know how little my parents gave a shit about me? I walked to school at 4.
It's just not true.
I don't buy
I think
it
it's
either.
because my mom always wanted me to be famous, and she let me walk to school alone in hopes that my portrait would end up on the side of a milk carton. Nowadays, my wife drives my kids 2 blocks to the bus stop. Things have changed. My mom.
Wow.
Yeah, my wife cares about my kids' safety so much she drives them before she abandons them.
I'm actually not allowed to go pick them up from their house, but
Yeah. Mom, however, is a truly great person. She grew up in Denmark during World War II.
We
and as a
know.
5-year-old child, she could hear the warplanes overhead and the sirens going off, warning people to their bomb shelters. She was one of 9 children in a poor family, and she would tell us stories about how she would deliver milk in 6-foot snowdrifts. She was also constantly being made fun of for being overweight. She was never heavy, really, but just big-boned, I guess. So
Are we going to find out at what age he stopped breastfeeding and detached from this woman?
What is calling your mom fat? She got made fun of for being a fat piece of shit. Well, thanks for including that in your book, Johnny. That was very nice.
First of all, he has yet to detach from this woman.
Right.
That has yet to happen. And
She is
it's
on the
fucking
mortgage.
wild.
but just big-boned, I guess. So she would tell us about getting teased by teenage boys and then beating the living shit out of them. My favorite story, albeit a sad one, is that when my mother was a little girl, she had a pet rabbit named...
So wait, everyone in this family is more tough than John? His sister's tougher than him. His mom's tougher than him. He wanted to fight all of us. What's going on here?
Not only was she tough, but she was a great cuddler when I would shake out of fear.
Still is.
My favorite story, albeit a sad one, is that when my mother was a little girl, she had a pet rabbit named Peter. They were a poor family, mind you, with barely enough money to feed themselves, let alone a pet. One day she came home from school and sat down for dinner, and as they were eating a stew, Mom asked what the meat was. A silence fell over the table, and you can guess the rest.
This is such bullshit.
I had shit in the pot.
Not again.
Yep, it's the "Oh no, not again" chapter.
And I refuse to believe that his mum is so hacky she would call a rabbit Peter.
I was thinking the same thing, too. He's so lazy with his lies.
Peter and Roger and Jessica are 3 rabbits.
Anthony coming in again. He always gets bumped up. Priority, $10. He was an engineer. John never realized the army boot in the vice was a Rube Goldberg ass-kicking machine for his asshole son.
That's what I'm saying.
What else could it be?
Like a whole thing over there.
Right.
Is that the first time you've ever been super chatted about Rube Goldberg?
Yes.
That's going to be a record. That's fucking brilliant.
It was probably attached to some cage. If John ever took the boot out of the vice, if I could just trap him in there for good.
Fell over the table, and you can guess the rest. Poor Mom. All right, I'm sorry for bringing you down. Back to my wacky childhood.
What was wacky? Wait, hold on a second.
First of all, he started this by going, one of my favorite stories,
Yes.
albeit sad. Albeit sad.
Albeit sad was
Albeit
that his mom's parents cooked their pet rabbit for dinner.
Yeah.
What a great
Yeah.
story that is. All right, let's get back to my wacky adventures.
Let's get back to her and panties and wackiness in the house.
The Bush in the 70s was crazy.
And now for a less depressing chapter. I had the biggest crush on my teacher, Ms. Weiland. She was hot and I dug her. Where were all of those teachers that banged their students when I was young? Hey, I was at least 1.5 inches. I could have pleased. At least with the stutter, I'd be great at oral. Ms. Weiland, you reading this? Wink, wink. My next nightmare ensued.
Wow.
Good stuff, John. Good stuff.
Is she a lesbian? Because if not, she is now.
I like when John tries to make this book humorous. It's so bad.
No, you're just jealous. That's good stuff.
That's good stuff.
You reading this? Wink, wink. My next nightmare ensued shortly after and went by the name of the Godfreys. And believe me, they were God-free. A family headed by an ex-Marine dad who beat his kids with a shillelagh that sat proudly above the 3 baby pictures on the wall.
But they were friends with Chad Zubak for some reason. And gave $100 towards a special.
An Irish family called Godfrey?
Anything's possible.
Sure, why not?
With a shillelagh that sat proudly above the 3 baby pictures on the wall. Parents are fucked up. But let me get back to the story. My best friend Mitchell England and I were transferred from East Plain Elementary School to Picken Elementary School because of overcrowding. They sold us a line of bullshit about how it was only the smarter kids they transferred. Yeah, well, why did they take us to school in the short yellow bus then? Anyway, Mitchell and I were on the swing set at Margaret.
You had a fucking short bus joke in here? He walked a mile to school and there's a short bus? Like, this is the hackiest shit.
Oh my God.
We got to get Roy. We got to talk to someone in John's family to see if any of this is remotely true. This is all bullshit.
It's crazy to me to say this, but the beating of the children was much funnier than the rest of these jokes, you know?
I agree. Do you know what I mean, though? Can we get Roy or Joyce on here? Just find out if there was a rabbit that was eaten. Is that like a family story that gets... Did John tell his kids that story?
Every Thanksgiving, we retell the rabbit story.
All right. Supertip.gg/WTP. We'll be right back to the book in just a moment. But first, Gar Saxon's coming in.
Welcome to Ireland. We have no cultural identity and are a great source of slave labor.
True. Titan 47.
Never in the history of ever has anyone developed obsessive compulsive disorder from someone else catching an ass whooping.
You don't know that.
Sense.
You're not a doctor.
My buddy Jacob. Jacob coming in.
Kaylee, more like lay me. Tits and creases. Tits and creases.
All right. Getting real horny around here.
As someone who was called a pissy-eyed fag by my dad, I can confidently say that John is also a pissy-eyed fag, which explains why his mommy slept with him and still bails his ass out 50 years later.
John wasn't in danger. Why is there a carving knife in John's bed with his mom in there? It didn't make any sense. Ricky Bev coming in.
Poor John. My OCD was so contagious it traveled back in time and got his ass beat in 1974.
Raper Butt's back.
All I did was ask the same question 3x in a row, shit my pants, and check out mom's panties. Why was dad so angry?
So true.
Little jealousy there.
That had a short fuse, that dad of his, I'll tell you that.
Happy Valley Wrecking Crew. Why does he constantly say heck, a.k.a. albeit? He's utterly retarded. The word heck shows up in this book at least 93 times. He never talks like that. He's never said heck on his podcast.
One time, my sister sneezed in my dad's chili, and he beat her within an inch of her life. Mom had to threaten him with a knife to get him to stop, and I soiled myself. We were laughing our asses off.
I knew it was coming.
That's great. Stuttering a Coke Job became a member. Thank you. We have a members-only stream after this. We're going to go back and watch John and Karen on the Sternlywed game. And also listen to John on Howard Stern show when he announced he was with Karen. Lucy will be there with me and producer Chris as well. Florida 49er fan. WTP and TSN's demise has been greatly exaggerated. Stronger than ever without STDJ. Oh, by the way, hi Lucy, the queen of the Dabbleverse.
Hi.
Yeah, we're having fun over here. Thank you. The 1,500 people who are watching live, hit like, hit subscribe. Thanks for being here. Clyde, 51.97, $5. It's not a 1-1 match, but the way he said was in the tone of Goodfellas scene when the kid's dad beats him for hanging with the mobsters.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of this film. Lucy, you'll get this reference where it's his book is very Zack Snydery. And that everything is just like whatever film that person had watched the night before, and he goes, "That's going into the book."
Mm-hmm.
So he's seen Goodfellas, Passion of the Christ, and we'll not spoil the rest of it.
Well, his podcast was like that too. You remember he'd get into these weird, like, I don't know, just ruts where he would be talking like a mobster, and then like later in the week he'd be like, I watched Goodfellas for the 4th time, or whatever. So he does take on that movie persona.
His band was like that too. He gets an idea from something and then he thinks that that's what happened in his life.
Yeah.
Probably because of the OCD. I'm getting convinced. I don't know.
Probably.
BMC 30 did their dad beat Joyce with an ugly stick? Not nice. Ebnai says, was John's autobiography ghostwritten? Do you all believe or is this actually starring John reading this? Super edited? Cheers for all of you. Hughezy Slant.
Slant, yeah, no, it wasn't ghostwritten, but it was ghost bought.
Hey, come on.
Cheers.
Missile Dick 3000. I'm John's dad. I always known he was going to grow up into garbage. Tukey's unpaid staff. So who's a worse father, John or his dad?
Woof.
One had look at one had architecture blueprints all over the bed. The other one had cat hair and no sheets all over the bed. So
and also, I'll say this: John's last name is still Melendez.
And John admits to liking portions of his father.
Right.
That's true.
Missile Dick 3000. I couldn't even beat my loser kid to greatness. I was a failure as a father. You tried, though. You tried.
You gave it your all.
Dave D. Doors. You make a few dozen mistakes by shitting yourself, and people start to call you poopy pants. You fuck one sheep.
Yeah.
My lost interest is here. What's up, my lost interest? Please don't ruin the end of the book for me. Don't worry, I won't. It's a lot of surprises coming up.
For the dough.
K9 Gamma and Trevor Who.
Yeah.
He should have rode his pony to school. That's right.
Yeah. What happened to the pony he owned? Oh no. Here we go again.
Here we go again.
My dad beat the shit out of my pony today.
My lost interest. A shark slips out, sure, but a cigar-shaped log? That's what I mean. That description was ridiculous.
I'm with my lost interest. This guy's never had a solid shit ever in his life.
I know, it was almost like bragging.
Right.
Anonymous.
My Irish friend had a Shirley.
Labyrinth Mystic coming in.
This is all the same chapter. What is the through line? Shuli, where's that next take beep you were using? This darn stream of conscious book. Holy C-R-A-P. I bet that army boot in the vice was his father fixing it because little crybaby John needed a pony, so dad couldn't afford new boots. Red in the face from crying. He gives Anthony pissy eyes guff.
Yes. There you go.
There it is, Ricky Bev.
If my father, would hunt us in the jungle, killing us one by one. It was like he was all around us. He would use his invisible camouflage and attack. He was a real predator.
I wonder what movie he was just watching. Her beta patch coming in.
I don't think John wrote this book. His writing voice is too far off from the norm. I've never heard John say heck before, but he says it all the time in the book.
Probably watched something PG on TV the night before.
Yeah, I was watching Snakes on a Plane, but the network TV version of it. All right, back to the book.
Then. Anyway, Mitchell and I were on the swing set at Margaret Park, close to my house. Innocent kids, not a harmful bone in either of our bodies. From the far entrance of the park walked the bad kids, Patrick and Daniel Godfrey, Gary Cosentino, and a few other truant 8-year-olds. They walked up to us and asked what school we went to. We said Pickin', and they said, well, we go to East Plain now, in the sump, so we can kick your asses. The Godfreys lived around the block. Patrick was the ugliest son of a bitch I'd ever seen. Big-ass birthmark in his face and hate in his eyes. I wonder where all the hatred came from. Cut to the shillelagh hanging above the baby pictures.
Why does any of this matter? I can't... These people who write fucking autobiographies, they tell you what happened when they were 8. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, because he watched The Karate Kid.
Is that what this is? Okay.
Thinking, I get it. Yeah, so Mr. Miyagi turned up one day and
I
taught
thought I
me
was
how to
just
kick
waxing his
fucking
car,
ass.
but it turned out he was teaching me karate.
Yeah, I was like, when am I going to learn how to do some kicks?
Then a shiny robot police officer showed up and told us we were in violation of some... It was like he was a robo-cop.
My dad one day offers me a red pill and a blue pill.
Everything's such bullshit. Oh, God.
It's so boring, though, too. It's just like, yeah, there were these menacing 8-year-olds. Oh, okay.
It reads off their first and last name and then goes, these truant 8-year-olds.
Right.
Shut up, Karen. Shut up.
Ugly 8-year-olds. Also.
Meanwhile, John's just on a swing set. He's the happy-go-lucky kid who's done nothing wrong ever.
Not even slightly close to the children I was attracted to at the time.
And also, why do they have to beat them up in a sump? They could just beat them up on swings while they're fucking standing there.
Right.
Makes no sense.
Why do some parents want kids? For the next 3 years, the Godfreys hunted me down like Chris Christie looking for a donut.
Wait, that's because. Did that help any?
No.
All right.
Chris Christie's overweight. I don't know if you guys.
They searched me for 3 years. I was on the run. I had an alias and everything. So he's the fugitive now. So he's seen that.
I was
a
on the
one-on-man.
run. I had the runs. It was
Yeah.
a challenging time.
And me and my friends all over the fucking place. I was scared shitless of them. Heck, I wasn't a fighter. I was an innocent kid thrown into a...
Heck, I wasn't a fighter.
Heck, I shit myself again. That's how scared I was.
Friends all over the fucking place. I was scared shitless of them. Heck, I wasn't a fighter. I was an innocent kid thrown into a whole bunch of bad shit. I was also a performer and started the first grade play, The Little Carrot Seed. I sang, acted, and helped the other kids with their lines while on stage. The play was so good.
What a transition.
I executive produced. I edited. You know.
I was a performer. He literally thinks that being in this first grade play means he's a performer.
I was a showman, Carl, is the correct
I
terminology.
played the recorder in first grade. I didn't run around saying I was a musician.
Well, here's the most important part is you still don't, as a grown adult, run around bragging about playing the record, other than just now. But,
Yeah.
I mean, other than that, you've moved on.
Yeah.
You've figured out other shit to do.
Dude, did you see when Howard was making Beth learn the recorder so they could perform together?
Oh, God, no.
That
They cut my shit off the second I walked out the door. They
That
didn't
was
wait a
earlier this
minute.
year. It was wild because Howard's playing the guitar and he's like, yeah, Beth's playing the recorder. He bought her like an expensive recorder. I didn't know that existed. But apparently you can buy expensive recorders. And she hated it. She was so miserable.
Of course. What hot chick wants to play a recorder? It's like a freaking...
She's 50 something. You don't play a recorder in your 50s. You play it when you're 5.
Exactly. She's
Anyway.
busy healing cats. Let her fucking do her job.
John in this fucking play. Someone sent me what this play is, and he keeps bragging about knowing everyone's lines. This play is like super redundant, just says the same thing. I don't even know if it's a play, but whatever. It just says the same thing over and over and over again. It's not difficult. It's for first graders.
Right.
Why is he bragging about this?
I
helped the other kids with their lines.
It's so insane.
I was also a performer and started the first grade play, The Little Carrot Seed. I sang, acted, and helped the other kids with their lines while on stage. The play was so good that the cable TV station put it on their network. And
That's not how first grade plays work. It was so good that we made deals with network television.
Yeah. We were the halftime Super Bowl show that year.
We had a seat open for a scout named Guffman that was supposed to come check out our show.
I get it.
Thank you.
a local star was born. Well, this irritated the fuck out of my siblings. Not only was I Mama's favorite, but I was also talented and not scared to be the center of attention, something my siblings abhorred. And so they...
All he is scared.
Star was born.
But he's like, my siblings hate it because I was so brave. All you are is scared. That's why you're Mom's favorite, because you're a scared little boy.
Favorite, but I was also talented and not scared to be the center of attention, something my siblings abhorred. And so they put me down ad nauseum.
Oh, this language.
Dude, he's calling out his siblings right here. He's like, yeah, I was talented. That's why they're mad at me.
Right.
So you were the only talented person in your family? Okay, cool.
They were ugly, and then they hated my glass slipper. And I met this guy at a dance party. But anyway.
Although when Susan was around her friends, she would have me sing the Little Carrot Seed song.
They were making fun of you, you idiots!
Me one moment and it was proud of me the next. In their eyes, I was an asshole. How dare I get all the attention?
In their eyes, I was an asshole.
How dare Mom protect me from Dad and not them? I mean, who the fuck was I? I guess I needed an outlet, so I wrote stories. I got an 8mm camera and shot movies. Performing was my passion. It was also my curse. For 3 years, my friends and I were in what we called the war with the Godfrey gang. Once Patrick chased me over a mile down William Road to the main thoroughfare, Hicksville Road.
Is this a Christmas story now? Is that what he's explaining? And then I just teed off on him and I broke his nose and...
Everything's a mile.
Yeah. This is insane.
For 3 years, my friends and I were in what we called the war with the Godfrey gang. Once Patrick chased me over a mile down William Road to the main thoroughfare, Hicksville Road.
That's
I
not a war.
outsmarted the stupid son.
I'm sorry. A guy chasing you for a mile is not a war.
It was a 3-year war, Shuli. It was like Afghanistan. Stop it.
That's a retreat for a mile. That's a mile-long retreat. You just
Billy Joel.
1 mile. Chased him 1 mile right to school because they were both going to school. It was really.
Yeah.
It's the Little Rascals. Like John talks about how much he loves the Little Rascals. This is
Billy
not
Joel wrote the song "Good Night Saigon" about a war with a God phrase.
I hit
Son
him
of
with a
bitch, though.
snowball.
He saw me running toward.
I hit him with a snowball in the eye. He started to cry. It was a real Christmas story, I tell you.
To the main thoroughfare, Hicksville Road. I outsmarted the stupid son of a bitch, though. He saw me running towards Hicksville and decided to cut through the house's backyard to head me off. I saw him do that and just turned around, ran back down William, made a left on Daniel Road, and found refuge at an old friend's house. I called.
This is not an anecdote you would put in your book. What are you talking about?
He's painting a picture. I know exactly the area he's talking
Right,
about.
yeah.
Go ahead.
My mom for a ride home, crying the whole time. Shit, man, this kid was nuts. I was so afraid they'd kill me. The Godfreys also found out about the stuttering. Patrick, Daniel, and their sister Christine would mimic me as they chased me. Hey, Melendez, you retard. Ah, the joys of childhood. I turned to plenty of different things to escape. I would read as many books as I could, and I wrote incessantly. I sang in the school chorus, made all district, and was always given a solo. I was a pretty good trumpet player, able to read music, and I made all district band.
Able to read music?
Yeah, they weren't even teaching us how to do that. I just figured it out on my own, Carl.
I would just write these books and leave them beside a photocopier owned by my friend Stephen King. I never heard from him again.
We get the adult resume from John all the time. It's nice to get the child resume.
This is crazy.
The
Always got a solo
8-year-old
and
resume.
chorus. Yeah. Amazing.
Always.
I just want to point out, I played the oboe when I was growing up in band. Everyone reads music. Everyone in the band reads music. That's how you play the music. You read the...
The oboe, also known as pussy magnet. Hello.
Yes. I played violin and oboe, so
Wow.
my
It
fingers
was
were never
raining.
dry.
It was a monsoon of pussy on you, huh?
It was wild.
I was a good baseball player as well. 3-time all.
No, he was not. We've seen the softball, whatever celebrity softball game that he played. Couldn't hit it past the infield.
District band. I was a good baseball player as well. 3-time All-Star and tournament team player. But with all of the abuse going on around me, failure.
3-time All-Star.
Wait, isn't everybody who plays in a tournament a tournament team player?
Yeah. One time I was outside playing and I started a ghost appeared to me and he says, if you build it, they will come. And I says, okay. So my dad beat the shit out of the ghost.
And guilt soon followed. Put it this way, I went from a kid who loved attention and loved to excel to a scared, shitless, confused boy who started to hide from the spotlight. My next infatuation was in 4th grade. Paula, a Greek goddess of such beauty she made my heart stop. I didn't know how to let her know I dug her, so I used the going through her friend trick. I had my neighbor Allison give her something from me. I asked Allison, what should I give her? A necklace would be too strong, and we decided on a pack of gum. Well, it started out as a pack, but I was a candy freak, so I took 2 pieces out of it first. After receiving the almost...
Oh, he just
Wow.
Good performance, John. I took 2 pieces.
What a scumbag.
I took 2 pieces out of it.
took a
But I really
taste
wanted
of-
to fuck this chick, though.
I took a taste of the vig.
Yeah. Chaka says 4th grade equals 9 years old. And he's like, this Greek goddess.
Yes. This chick was a smoke show.
Right.
The fucking tits on this whore.
And again, going through someone else to get something done. Still, at 9 years old, still can't do anything for himself. But at 9, that's understandable.
Sure.
At 59, that's a little different.
There's no way you'd remember these details. The fact that he's like, so I decided I was going to get her something. A necklace would be too strong. So I got her gum. And was that a joke? Like, what is that?
Yeah, I'm not looking for anal. I just want a, boyfriend, girlfriend.
Just want to hold her hand. I'll get her some gum.
Yeah.
Not as a pack, but I was a candy freak, so I took 2 pieces out of it first. After receiving the almost full pack of gum, Paula gave Allison a note that she wrote, and Allison handed it to me. It was on yellow cardboard and read, Johnny, thanks for the gum, but I'm not interested in being anything but your friend. I'm sorry,
Oh.
Paula.
Hold on, do 9-year-olds write shit like that? I would put you in the friend zone. Like that's.
First of all, stealing part of a gift that you're giving somebody doesn't mean you're a candy freak. It means you're a piece of shit, is what that means. Just want to clarify that.
Fair enough. I don't know if it matters how many pieces of gum were in this pack of gum.
Doesn't matter. You bought the gum for the chick. You go, I'm a candy freak, so I stole 2 out of there. Scumbag. No wonder she didn't fuck you.
I just love that a 9-year-old friend zoned John.
Oh, and kept the gum. Good for you.
My heart was broken, devastated. I talked to Mitchell about it, cried, and spent the rest of the 4th grade wondering if it would have been different if I hadn't taken out those 2 damn pieces of gum.
Yep.
How selfish could I be? I thought. But what 4th grader thinks like that?
What adult writes this in their book?
Bet you she was a Jewish chick, too.
What is the point of this? Greek goddess. Greek goddess.
Yeah.
How about one who had been told that by my sisters many, many times? My selfishness actually caused my sister Joyce to pull a knife on my dad after church one day. Oh yeah, my dad is a staunch Catholic. Go figure. As I said, he would bribe us into going to church by taking us to the candy store after Mass. I got my pack of grape now and laters and a Mad magazine, and they got their candy. By the time we got home, they finished their candy, and I, being the saver, still had mine. I was down to like...
I mean, it's literally called Now and Later. This fucking idiot. He's stealing from the fucking name of the candy now. None of this is real.
I've always prepared for the future, so I didn't eat all my candy right away.
They finished their candy, and I, being the saver, still had mine. I was down to like 5 pieces, and they each asked me for one in our kitchen. Fuck no, I thought. Well, I was 9, so it might have been heck no. Eventually, I decided to cut one in half. Hey, man, I was saving them. It wasn't my fault my sisters didn't know how to candy manage. This was sugar capital to me. Look, even the title says Now and Later. Have some now, save some for later. It's on the fucking wrapper. Fuck. Anyway, my sister started calling me selfish and a brat, and my dad overheard them needling me and came to my defense. Only his eyebrows were raised, and Susan knew to run out of the fucking room. Joyce, however, was sick of getting beaten. So she picked up one of the carving knives and pulled it on my dad, warding him off.
Another carving knife?
Yeah.
Was that the only knife they had in the house, is a carving knife?
We're murdering parents over who gets the candy?
Yeah.
You stab them now, and you stab them later.
Yeah,
now
right.
or later.
This is insane. None of this is real. People who grow up in households
right,
where like the dad beats them and shit like that, it's not about like asking to help with homework or divvying up now and later candy. Like there's real things that happen. John can't even make up something that makes sense.
Yeah, the only part I believe is him cutting a now later in half.
I used that same carving knife to murder my father. But that's in the next chapter.
Yeah, you want to stab me? He screamed, go ahead, stab me. She finally dropped it and he beat the shit out of her. I cried watching this, knowing that it was all my fault, that I should have just given her the damn now and later. Why was I so fucking selfish? Feelings of guilt ensued. By the time I was in 5th grade, Joyce was on drugs. She would run away over and over again, getting beat up every time she came home. Susan couldn't wait to leave for college, and they both resented my mother for not leaving my father. They also...
I don't know what the ages of these siblings. Do you have any idea how much older Joyce is than John?
No, I just feel like maybe this part should have been in Joyce's book.
Right, that's what I mean. It's like what, you're talking about her drug problem?
Joyce was not on the Tonight Show, guys. She doesn't get a book.
She's not a public figure. I don't know if she's talking about her drug problem when she was a teenager.
also resented me because I received the most protection, something they would throw in my face on numerous occasions. At this time, I was excelling in baseball. By my 2nd year, I was on the All-Star team. I would have made it the first year if not for 4 strikeouts in one game after I witnessed Joyce getting her ass kicked by my father in front of my Aunt Delia, who
Not his fault. He was distracted by his dad beating up his sister again. By the way, these sisters getting a beating has been so hard on John.
Yeah.
This poor guy.
So once I asked my sister to apologize to me, we made friends again.
Dad, can you beat her in the parking lot before you guys get to the seats, please?
Could you beat her out of my eyesight? You distracted me from making it to the big time.
Beat her behind me, please.
Do you think they told him, like, you would have made the team, but you did strike out 4 times in that one game, so we can't have you on that? It's so convoluted and made up.
They go, we can't have you because you're 4 strikeouts. And he replies right away, well, my dad beat my sister and it messed me up. It's his fault.
I remember the coach was trying to get me to sign up for the next year, but me and my buddies were too busy enjoying the end of term trying to get Aerosmith tickets. So Dazed and Confused, if anyone hasn't known.
Yeah, I get it.
The first year, if not for 4 strikeouts in one game after I witnessed Joyce getting her ass kicked by my father in front of my Aunt Delia, who barely reacted and did nothing. She was my father's sister, and this must have been the norm in the old Melendez household when they were kids. My first baseball manager was Mr. K. He showed up at my house and asked me to show my talents. I was 7. I fielded a few balls and told him that I wanted to play shortstop. He asked why, and I told him because that's the position that gets the most action. I knew this from watching the Yankees and Mets play as a kid. My dad was a Mets fan, my mom was a Yankees fan. I was a Yankees fan. I wonder why. I was a great fielder, an incredible hitter, yet I missed the 4th spot for the All-Star team by a fraction in batting average.
I mean, when you're kids, doesn't everybody get to play in the All-Star game?
Yes, it doesn't come down to batting average, Shuli.
No.
It doesn't come down to like, well, you're batting 287 and this kid's at 293, so he's going to make the team.
Surely only the best of the best get selected, the elite get selected, so yeah.
I thought it was just whoever
he's the
paid
top
for
gun
uniforms.
yeah.
I thought it was whoever's dad coached the team.
Right.
It's usually how that goes. It has nothing to do with batting average.
I don't
And
really
then
know
my
a lot
dad
about
beat the
sports,
shit out
but
of the team.
It's not just who was the carrot in the school play.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That
That's how
carries some
baseball
weight.
works.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
It's who is the banana in Savannah. Chardy McDennis at supertip.gg/WATP.
I'm so glad you're lost on the Kia reference. Definitely drive your Kias to DabbleCon 3. Also, slow down my voice. I don't talk this fast, hamburger.
I'm sorry. No, I know that the Kia was stolen by the Kia boys here in Rochester, but DabbleCon 3 will bring to a safe neighborhood.
Yeah.
In Philadelphia or Boston. 2 short, long dogs.
So my mom had to take a bigger knife to a bed because of something called Oedipus complex. Oedipus, Smoripus, at least I still love my mother and her big fat boobs.
Makes sense.
So phallic.
Gary Rexwork. My dad, in 1935, raised pigeons. He was 9. His dad would say, this one looks good. It soon became supper. STDJ just might be telling a truth. Fair enough.
Was the pigeon also named Peter or
Right.
Flappy? I don't know, something.
What was the name of John had he revealed he had a
Dribbles.
Pet. Yes, Dribble. Was that a rabbit?
That was a duck.
A duck, that's right.
Yeah, that's
Dribble's
right.
the duck.
Yeah.
My lost interest coming in.
Why is Earl Skakel speaking using this ridiculous Irish accent? Heck.
Wow. Speaking of Kevin.
Your wife is beautiful. She's beautiful, but she's black.
Well said, Jen.
When I was a young Japanese boy, my village was attacked by a giant lizard.
Why not? Levered Mystic coming in.
This chapter, how I developed my stutter from seeing my father beat my sister. I shit myself. My mother is fat. They ate a rabbit. I wanted to give my teacher my 1.5 inch. Political joke closer.
Yep, that's it. That's the chapter.
What a great wrap up. He needs
summary.
to come in with a chapter wrap up every time we finish one.
When I was born, the doctor took a look at me and told my mother, "This is the most beautiful baby I have ever delivered. Look at him. He looks like he's going to be an entertainer." And he was right. When I was 9, I was the star of our school play. I also tasked with being the director and writer of the play, which would frighten any 9-year-old. But I thought, what the heck? I was in the zone. Even on opening night, I had a tummy ache because Godfrey's mom cooked some rancid beef. All it did was give me minor constipation, so I persisted. The play was a hit, and I was an instant celebrity.
Anonymous coming in.
My father told to leave when I asked for help with my homework. And I asked him again. He got up and locked the door, then said, "Now you can't leave." He then beat my ass and kicked my pony over.
Oh, no. It's terrible. Happy Valley Wrecking Crew. We have all seen this girl swing a bat. He was no all-star. No shit. He's not a good baseball player. I was a great hitter and an amazing fielder, and I didn't make the all-star team. Tim Bollinger. In kindergarten, I got to be a spider-chasing Little Miss Muffet. I have no doubt that I wouldn't be the man I am today if I hadn't gotten that role. That is exactly like when you get a role in first grade, that's what starts the career.
Right.
Laziest
You ever
man
see
on
those
Mars.
actors? You ever see those
I played
actors?
baseball in junior high.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, play.
All right. Uh-oh. Lost it. Come back.
Sorry.
I know you're there.
I played baseball in junior high, and my high school had a really good team. I've never heard of an all-star game outside of the MLB.
That's what I mean. He's talking about how many times he was an all-star and shit.
I had a huge crush in 5th grade, but she would only go on a double date. I asked a friend to go with us, and he said no. I said, "I'm trying to bang this fucking broad. Help me out."
I had to spell it out for him.
Michael P. Go Bills. Go Bills, Michael P. I don't know if I'm going to make it to the new stadium this year, but I was thinking I probably should. Eb Nye, Stammer by me. Superman says, LTB, would you please take it on the chest?
Yeah.
Good answer. James Q. Legend, this is so great, even if Shuli sucks.
I don't know. It's a tough one.
Dave Didor is written by a professional comedian, John Melendez. These jokes are brutal. Michael C. National Lampoon's The Dabbler C. Not Mark 69. It must be sad to peak in elementary school. Oh, hi, Lucy.
Hi.
Abnai, my dad missed my ball game again, sending his coworkers to film the game. Then he went to London and Captain Hook kidnapped us. Well, let's be honest. Lucy is way prettier as a brunette.
Oh, thank you.
I disagree.
What do you mean, I'll thank you?
It's nice to say that I look pretty anytime.
You're currently okay. BMC30. Kaylee, your facial expressions throughout this episode are hysterical. You outshine these yutzes without even speaking.
BMC.
How,
I love BMC.
I love BMC.
Hung out with her at Rodney's. High and tight. Is gum candy? No, it is not. You know what is candy? Is who are these podcasts? I'm holding that wrong. Anyway, whatever. St. Patrick's, 4 strikeouts.
Come on down to Carl's. If it ain't nailed down, we'll sell it. Come on down.
Did I mention we're going to be live in Detroit on October 2nd? WTBLive.com for tickets. Dave Landau will be there. Drew Lane, Lucy Tightbox. The list goes on and on. St. Patrick's, $5. 4 strikeouts with the ball resting on a tee. Tough day at the plate.
I forgot about that part.
The Blatcast, definitely stealing that now and later joke. It's the childhood version of the squeegee joke. Great to see 3 of you here today. Also, hello, Hughezy.
Hello.
Wow, catching some shade from Christian Blatt. James Q. Legend, is Hughezy prepared to raise Lemmy's kids?
What height are we talking?
Scott Schaffer became a YouTube member. Thank you very much for that. We got a bonus show coming up at 7:30 going through John and his girlfriend Karen on the Sternly Wed games. Missile Dick 3000, I'm glad he decided to go ahead with this absolutely horrible biography because I haven't stopped laughing at Shuli and your guys' commentary, absolutely ripping it apart. Tore my pec laughing in pain. God damn.
Believe all of it.
My lost inches. I lost these inches in Shuli's woman.
Thank you.
Hero of the Stupid. Who's looking at Lucy's hair, right?
Thank you.
Lucy takes everything as a compliment. I like that.
True.
Oh, Just Do It just came in. Did Hughezy get a haircut? Lucy, would you?
A couple of about 2 months ago, I got a haircut. Although excitedly, I am due one pretty soon. It's exciting stuff. You're welcome.
That's cool. That's neat. All right, back to the book.
Mr. K pulled me aside to tell me how great of a fielder and hitter I was, but that my friend Peter Diaco had a slightly better batting average. Why? Those fucking 4 strikeouts. That's why. The beatings must have had an emotional impact on me that I wasn't even aware of.
Thanks,
John,
Dad.
John was 7 years old.
Yep.
The manager is scouting him, goes to his house, watches him take ground balls, and goes, listen, kid, you're pretty good. This guy's batting 3 points better than you, so you don't make the team.
Wait a minute, I don't follow baseball. I thought it was 3 strikes and you're out. And he got 4?
4 strikeouts.
Right. He struck out. He got 3 strikes 4 separate times, is what he's saying.
What happens in cricket?
I don't fucking know.
Me neither.
I cried like crazy the rest of that game. I remember fielding a ground ball and flipping the ball to second for the force with tears in my eyes. I couldn't handle the rejection. I felt slighted. I went home with my teammate John Cosgrove, and as his mom drove, I cried. He said, don't worry about it, thinking he was going to make the All-Star team. The whole time, I'm thinking to myself, no, you idiot, you ain't making it either. It's Larry, the Carey brothers, and Peter. I didn't have the heart to tell him, though. I let him dream another day. In retrospect, he probably would have been better off if I had told him then instead of waiting to write it in a book. Anyway, the following 2 years, I made the All-Star teams, even when it was only the top 3 players. I was good, but the shit was about to hit the fan.
Hold on. You need 9 players to play baseball. How can the All-Star team be just top 3 players? Doesn't make sense.
And I love that he thinks this guy who didn't get in the All-Star game at 8 years old is going to hear this book and completely lose it.
God, I thought I did make the All-Star team, but according to John's book, 50 years later, I didn't. Damn it.
Because I thought this guy was my friend. He didn't say a word to me about it.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Julie. Did John go on to play in the show? Is he a Major League Baseball player? Why are we talking about his Little League career?
Well, I think he could have, but let's hear what his dad did to fuck this up.
Okay, yeah.
You know? Maybe mom screwed this one up.
It's insane. If I wrote an autobiography, I wouldn't talk about how I used to skateboard as a teenager. Who gives a shit?
Right.
It's so stupid.
I was in the school all-district band as a trumpet player in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade. I finally quit after the Godfreys told me that trumpet playing would screw up my lips. My private instructor at the time was this guy named Frank Fico, and he had...
Wait, the bullies who used to beat the shit out of him in the 3-year war got him to quit playing trumpet because it would screw up his lips?
I mean...
The next sentence after that is, let's talk about my trumpet teacher. That sounds a little...
And as a trumpet player in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade. I finally quit after the Godfreys told me that trumpet playing would screw up my lips. My private instructor at the time was this guy named Frank Fico, and he had these weird thin lips that curved up and down. I decided to get to the bottom of this.
To Chad Zumock?
So I went to a lesson and said, Frank, is it true that trumpet playing screws up your lips? He said, of course not. Look at mine. I quit the next day. My 5th grade teacher was Mrs. Downs, whom my sister Joyce would tell me was named for one of the drugs she took.
So everybody's a comic. Yeah, everybody's a comic in that household.
Needed drugs that first day of school because in the lunchroom I ran into my arch nemesis, Patrick the Mole Godfrey. He walked up to me and said, the war's over. Let's be friends. Man, was I relieved. But little did I know this would eventually lead to a life of crime. This kid was bad, but I loved him. My mom always used to tell me, that kid's going to end up in jail one of these days. And I was like, no, he isn't. He ended up doing 10 years.
My mom warned me, and I was like, put some pants on, Ma. You're in your panties. Again.
It was bad, but I loved him. My mom always used to tell me, that kid's going to end up in jail one of these days. And I was like, no, he isn't. He ended up doing 10 years, out in 7 for good behavior, then died of a drug overdose. We became the best of friends. He taught me how to cut through backyards to get to school quicker. He taught me his secret backyard passageways, which is how he managed to sneak up and away on us all those years during the war. He introduced me to his brother Dan.
I'm sorry. Cutting through backyards is something you need to be taught? He taught me
Yeah.
the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Wow. You don't say.
John also just a little while ago said that he was cutting through backyards. And in addition to that, you're now saying this dude is like you love him and everything is fucking great. You called him an ugly ass mole kid. Like,
yes.
Fuck you.
Right. Didn't he get away from him because he knew how to outsmart him by running through the
Yeah, don't forget this is Hitman Dan's brother.
Right.
So if he loves him, I mean, what what the hell? What about Dan? How dare you?
What's my takeaway from any of this? What am I supposed to think about this? Like, John's a
John
hero.
rocks.
He's the greatest at music and sports. He's getting bullied. He's crying all the time. Like, what is the point of this? Am I supposed to think like you had a horrible childhood, or you were awesome and a star athlete and a celebrity?
Yeah,
The smartest idiot and the toughest crybaby. The John Melendez story.
Yes, exactly.
You know?
Yard passageways, which is how he managed to sneak up and away on us all those years during the war. He introduced me to his brother Danny, who ended up becoming one of my best friends and still is to this day. We went pooler hopping, which is where we would jump into a neighbor's pool at night.
Pooler hopping? Is that,
Yeah.
is that what that's called?
Yeah. That's what we call it, Long Island. Pooler hopping.
We play knock knock runaway and go pooler hopping. What?
Becoming one of my best friends and still is to this day. We went pooler hopping, which is where we would jump into a neighbor's pool at night. We played knock knock runaway, where you knock on someone's door and then run away. Only Pat was a rebel and loved danger. So he would have us knock, and then we would jump over the bushes of the house across the street and heckle the guy who answered the door. Once we all took a shit in a paper bag and lit it on fire on the front porch of a kid we knew.
Okay, well, what movie is that? I know I've seen that movie. I mean, aside from,
A million movies.
yeah, I was gonna say, it's not from Adam Sandler, but
Then we played a game called Tap You on Your Left Shoulder while I'm over your right shoulder. And here's how it works. You tap.
I know. He goes, we played Knock Knock Runaway. Well, listen to the rules of this.
I'm fucking
Let me break it down for you.
It was my idea to name the game Knock Knock Runaway.
Yeah.
He thinks everyone is as stupid as he is.
Right.
Once we all took a shit in a paper bag and lit it on fire on the front porch of a kid we knew. His dad
sorry.
answered the door, knew what it was, and tried to find us.
I tried to pause it. Go ahead, Lucy.
We all took a shit in a paper bag. Were they passing around the paper bag?
I just want to be the first one. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, once there's 2 loads in there, I'm good. You know, I don't have
And
to
what
be.
size bag are we talking? Is this like a grocery full-size paper
Yeah.
bag, or are we talking like a pint of alcohol bag? What size?
Only one person needs to shit in the fucking paper bag.
Yeah.
No. We did shits from a Puerto Rican, a white, a Jew.
We didn't pass the bag around like freaks, Lucy. We walked around in a circle and shit in it in the center.
That was out of
Bag
respect.
and lit it on fire on the front porch of a kid we knew. His dad answered the door, knew what it was, and tried to find us. The kid's uncle came to the door and wasn't as clever and started stomping on the bag vigorously, but his foot slowed as he realized that he was stepping in a pile of human shit. We laughed our asses off because we were...
There it is.
I mean, I once called my neighbor and asked if their refrigerator was running. What are we talking about here, John? Jesus Christ. He grew up in the 50s, apparently.
You know one of the shits was mine because it was gold in it.
Yeah, finally, I can shit without being beaten by my dad.
We laughed our asses off because we were across the street watching the whole thing from behind the bushes. The uncle knocked on the door to get paper towels as we watched our sides splitting open.
I turned to my buddy. I said, he called the shit poop. And we laughed our asses off.
Started to chant, weep, wow, the sound effect from the moving cake from The Little Rascals, our favorite show. We were juvenile delinquents and received our first JD cards when we were 10. At the beach, I would tap a girl on the shoulder and Patrick and Danny would untie their top. Pat and I were fast enough to not get caught by the police, but Danny would always get caught.
Hughezy, I noticed you recognized sexual assault on minors in this as a hilarious prank. Pretty good stuff.
They used to do this on Candid Camera all the time. I thought back.
It was fucking hilarious. We would rake the shit out of them. We'd be laughing all the way to my mom's house.
I were fast enough to not get caught by the police, but Danny would always get caught. At field day, I finished in first place in the 400.
By the police?
Yeah, I mean, there's a woman now topless on the beach. Imagine she'd like authorities involved.
Yeah.
This isn't France, dog.
100-yard dash. Winning the blue ribbon, and Patrick came in second. We had to be fast. People chased us all the time. Life became a mischievous adventure.
Do you guys remember on the Howard Stern show when John thought he could outrun a tight end from the NFL?
Yeah.
And he got his ass whipped. John's not a fast runner. He's not a good athlete. None of this is real.
Life has become a breast-filled adventure, a romp, if you will.
Dash. Winning the blue ribbon, and Patrick came in second. We had to be fast. People chased us all the time. Life became a mischievous adventure. Patrick would come over my house with Danny and say, "You want to get chased?" And I'd say, "Sure." We would walk 2.5 miles to the mall. When we saw older kids playing with their skateboards, we would yell, "Hey, assholes!" And they would chase us. And then Danny would get caught and punched. That slow, fat bastard. We would call...
Like, does he understand the difference between, like, Motley Crue got together in high school and said, "You guys want to write a song?"
Yeah.
And then these idiots get together and go, "Want to go get chased?"
Want to see if the skateboarders will beat us up?
Yeah.
Cool. It's a fun game.
For some reason, the Godfreys didn't like us.
Would chase us. And then Danny would get caught and punched. That slow, fat bastard. We would call and order pizza when Pat's parents weren't home and hide on the roof, egging the pizza delivery boy when he showed up. We would call people whose paperboy was a kid we knew, disguise our voices to sound adult, and tell them that we were from Newsday and that their paperboy was complaining that his tip wasn't big enough. They would be like, "That damn kid, from now on he'll get no tip." We were assholes.
Disguise our voices to sound like adults?
Yeah. That's it. Sometimes I would even do a robot voice.
Oh, this is not Stuttering John.
We would collect on my friend's paper route. We'd say, "Yeah, sorry, ma'am, John Holt is sick," and ask us to collect for him. Then we'd go to the Pizza Cove and blow the money on pizza, pinball, and video games. After a night of truancy, I would feel so guilty. I'd jog home from Pat's house, stopping in front of the statue of the Mother Mary, and I would pray and beg God for his forgiveness. I was never a bad kid before. What had the Godfreys done to me?
Again, not his fault.
Not his fault. You know, he was a sweet kid, and this all happened to him.
Me and my friends lived in a den together. We called ourselves the Outsiders.
We had a huge rumble in the rain.
I had to dye my hair. It's a whole thing.
I missed
all of this was wrong. That's how, stopping in front of the statue of the Mother Mary, and I would pray and beg God for his forgiveness. I was never a bad kid before. What had the Godfreys done to me?
Wasn't the statue of the Mother Mary a Howard Stern bit that John did?
It was like the stain. There was some sort of stain in the window of a woman.
Right, yeah, that everyone was going to. And
Yeah.
Knew all of this was wrong, but it was exciting. We also did good things, though. We participated in the March of Dimes 20-mile walk twice, although the second time, Pat had the idea that we could cut through Grumman and cut off a few miles, but we ended up getting chased, and Danny tore the bottom of his pants because a fat fuck had trouble climbing a fence.
Anywho.
What the fuck story was that? First off, the 20-mile March of Dimes walk? It doesn't matter if you don't go the 20, it's about if you get sponsors or not to contribute to the charity. And then we didn't even go the whole 20 miles. Whatever.
I
Couldn't
guarantee
even do a mile to school.
Right?
I think the Godfrey's parents and the Melendez parents all sponsored these guys to go walk for 20 fucking miles and leave them alone.
And then I told a guy, shit happens. And he turned it into a t-shirt franchise.
Right.
The fuck's he talking about?
We would Christmas carol for the poor. Some of our greatest scams were calling people, telling them we were from the phone company. And
hold on.
I thought we were on the good guys part of
Hold
the
on.
book.
We would Christmas carol for the poor.
Yeah, we'd light bags of shit on fire and then sing "Oh Holy Night" for them.
And we would pull the tops off the female poor.
Yeah.
Is that what poor people need? Children singing them Christmas carols?
By the way, it takes forever to pants a homeless woman. FYI.
that they should not pick up the phone if they received a call within the next 10 minutes because we were having technical issues and someone working on the phone would receive a severe electric shock. We would then call back with a recording of us screaming with electric sound effects in the background. Some people...
Then we called Gary the retard and told him he was going to get the flu, and the flu was going to call him. And he had to yell, shoo, shoo, retarded flu in order to stop it from happening.
We were electrocuting our asses off.
So stupid.
Then we would call into Tradio and try and sell wacky items. It was hilarious.
Screaming with electric sound effects in the background. Some people believed us and actually did not pick up. In the winter, we would skitch.
Not all.
Where you grab the...
wait. What a horrible plan for a prank call. The success of it is based on someone not picking up the call.
Can you believe this idiot's not even picking up the phone? Wow, we got him good.
Yeah, high fives. He didn't even answer.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, my God.
Fuck. Anthony, still hanging out. Good to see you, Ant. I grew up around the same time, a few miles away from him on Long Island. This never happened. He's talking about shit that sounds like it's 50s, not 1970s Long Island. Lying sack of ass.
Yeah, some of those pranks. Keely, what's the George Lucas film American Graffiti?
Yeah.
Yeah, some of those pranks he's talking about sound like stuff that happened in American Graffiti.
Yeah.
So,
he's effectively, this story has become, and we wore an onion around our belt because it was the style at the time.
Yeah,
That's
right. It's just a rambling, nonsensical, and then we made a phone call to this person, and then we did March of Dimes. Like, what am I supposed to get out of any of this?
There is no story there. There is no story here. So it's just a bunch of random shit thrown in to fill up the amount of time / words that it takes to put out a book.
Now,
the bare minimum.
John was supposed to write a second book called John Line Dating. That was all about after getting a divorce from Susanna or all the pussy he was getting.
Right.
And I'm very disappointed that did not get made based on his storytelling ability.
Well, to be fair, Carly hadn't seen enough films to come up with stories to write that second book. So
right.
give him a few more years.
Screaming with electric sound effects in the background. Some people believed us and actually did not pick up. In the winter, we would skitch, which is where you grab the bumper of someone's car at a stop sign and then get a free ride all through the snowy streets of the neighborhood. But in usual fashion, my mom caught me. See, I had this corn on my toe. It was the beginning of an endless list of foot problems, most of them being trying to remove them from my mouth. My mom used to drag...
I'm sorry, did they not have salt in the 70s? Roads are usually not snow-covered. They deal with that immediately.
They had asphalt, and it came from my dad to my sister.
So,
Right.
And then we would get on our skateboards and grab onto the bumper and go to the Doc's house where he had all these clocks and a flux capacitor.
Well, and again, it's that 1950s thing. And then we played mailbox baseball.
Right.
Super cool.
So stupid.
me to a specialist to zap the corn with some Dr. Frankenstein-like electric current. It hurt like hell, and he would bandage it up with gauze. I got home one afternoon and decided to go skitching with the Godfreys. So I'm chasing down a car I'd never seen before. My mom is in the back seat. She turns around, realizes it's me trying to skitch on her friend's car, and yells in a Danish accent, "Johnny, get home, you'll wet your corn." However, high school was great. My stutter had almost...
What a transition!
That's great.
That's good. All right, let's, hopefully we're getting to the Battle of the Band soon. Jesus Christ.
Stutter had almost entirely disappeared thanks to how comfortable I had become with my surroundings.
Wait, hold
Except
on.
when it came to...
I'm sorry. Why was his mom in some strange car that he had no idea? And she's in the back seat, and then she can't... Oh, I forgot. He's full of shit.
Yeah, because none of this
Never mind.
happened. It makes zero sense. And even if it did happen, what's the goddamn difference?
Halfway through that question, the answer is just flashing neon. He's lying. Oh, got it.
Listen to what he says right here, though.
Yeah.
So he's cured himself of his stutter.
Stutter had almost entirely disappeared thanks to how comfortable I had become with my surroundings.
He doesn't have a stutter. He's just a nervous wreck. He would stutter around celebrities because he was anxious. That's why he stutters. He's not a stutterer. He just admitted it right there.
Amazing.
Except when it came to picking up chicks. My band at the time was playing a Sweet 16 party, and later, when I was waiting for the bathroom, overwalked Kim De Janeiro, the hottest girl in school, and she asked me my name, and I told her John. Piece of cake. J's were easy. But then she asked my last name, and I started sweating more than Donald Trump at the Mexican Day Parade. I gathered all my strength and screamed at the top of my lungs, Melendez! And she was like, okay, and then walked away. I continued to never get laid in high school. Nassau.
And also in my 50s. And also in my 60s now.
Even when I was married.
Yeah. John's autobiography should be called Never Getting Laid. Make way more sense.
I continued to never get laid in high school. Nassau Community College, otherwise known as 13th grade or Turnpike Tech, came next. It was a 2-year school, and I wanted to use the time figuring out what I might want to do while not ditching my band on my friends.
John, we saw your grade point average. It was the only college you could get accepted into.
Well,
he had a C- average.
And it's also the only college that he has on his real estate license.
Right, because he actually did get his associate's degree.
Right, and I believe some court documents from the past.
Yeah.
There is no NYU mention in there.
But you notice he said, I went to this 2-year college because I was in a cool band, you know. I had to figure out what I was doing. Maybe I'd become a big rock star. I don't know.
Hey, these guys would be lost without me, you know?
Most importantly, it saved my father a bunch of money. My father was a cheap bastard. His idea of a trust fund was, John, you'll get nothing, trust me.
Yeah. Your father ever cut a annihilator in half, you cheap cocksucker?
The joke is literally in John's stand-up act. It's the worst joke.
My most humiliating moment at Nassau came in an English class after we read a Hemingway story. I'd done the assignment, but the arrogant professor didn't believe me, eventually asking me, if you read it, then what color was the girl's dress? I tried my darndest to say yellow, but I couldn't spit it out. The whole class was staring at me, and eventually I blurted out, green! The teacher triumphantly muttered, nope, and I was forced to let him win if I didn't want the class to know I stuttered. In my last semester, I took a film and literature course.
Lucy, thoughts? You think that happened?
That might be the dumbest of all the stories.
That is the dumbest anecdote I've ever heard in my life. I knew the answer, but I didn't want anyone to know I stuttered, so I yelled out a completely wrong answer.
Well, one time they wanted me to teach a class, so I did it, and there was a chick in the seat with "I love you" written on her eyes.
I love that. I love that there's a British professor teaching at Nassau Community College.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, do you remember what dress she was wearing?
I can't believe that he thinks the reason that he wasn't getting laid is because he yelled his last name one time. It's because of bullshit like that.
The hottest chick in school wanted to suck his dick, but then the way he said his last name was like kind of off-putting. So he's like, never mind. Thank you for bringing that back, Lucy. I know we kind of just pushed right past that. It's so retarded.
Yeah, he had a C- grade, and his grade school was minus a lot of C. Thank you.
Hello.
I see what you did there.
No, I stuttered. In my last semester, I took a film and literature course. I started to figure, hey, if I can't act because of the stutter, then maybe I can direct. The next year, I transferred to NYU as a film major. I'll never forget the first day of my...
Lucy's getting angry now.
Yeah.
I can't communicate well. Maybe I should be a director.
If you're going to be a director, you better be able to say fucking words,
You better be able to communicate pretty
Tell
well.
me more about your family. Jesus fucking Christ.
It's like J.D. Hardmeyer all over again. Remember Howard being like, how would you be a director? You can't talk.
I went to the studio to pitch them La La Land, but it took me 20 minutes to say the title. They kicked me out.
Look, I don't think a guy like Quentin Tarantino was looking to direct right out the gate. I think he was more excited of being a part of the movie industry and getting his foot in the door and working your way up that way, learning everything.
Shuli,
right?
can I correct you on something? You know that John has directed Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Listen, I'm going for an even more important part. Was Quentin Tarantino ever in the Carrot play?
That's true.
That's true too. That's not a cable smash hit one like John.
I remember in Pulp Fiction when Quentin's lip syncing the other people's lines just to make sure they get it right.
It was a film major. I'll never forget the first day of my sight and sound course. The professor asked each of us to stand up and then say our names and what we wanted to be. I just about shit my pants. When it was my turn, I stood up and screamed. It's an old stuttering trick. My name is John Melendez and I want to be a director. He responded, well, there's a guy who knows what he wants to be. In my head, I was like, no, there's a guy who can't even spit out his last name.
Yeah, he could have yelled out the right color.
Yellow.
Yeah. We're singing. All right, that's the end of that chapter. Holy shit, we learned nothing from that chapter. That was garbage. I have some super tips, some super chats. I want to thank Shuli for being here from TSN.
These chapters are just just taking a bag of sentences and dumping them on a table. None of them make sense. There's no order to anything. It starts like shit, the middle sucks, and it ends like shit. I can't wait to hear more.
I know what's great is the through theme of this book. Is that a word? Probably not. Is always be bashing. So every chapter, when we start to hear about people that we know, like John worked with and stuff, nonstop shitting all over them, which is great.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
Well, thanks for having me and TSN, and we're off tonight. We're back tomorrow with Miss Lucy, of course, and all of you. So thank you, everybody. Hughezy, take care, pal.
Thank
you. Hughezy, thanks for joining us today, buddy.
Thank you for inviting me, Lady K. Got you.
What do you got coming up on your channel?
Well, I know on Thursday we're going to potentially do a Tom Myers related stream. I really hate that cunt.
He's so funny.
But that's why I'm so jealous.
Yeah.
You don't understand, Carl. So basically Tuesday, Thursday, and Sundays. But I would also say if you become a member, we've been doing a lot of members only drink streams, and there's no Dabbleverse talk, just completely outrageous drunken rants. A lot of age restricted content there, but if people want to say that word, go ahead.
The drunk stream made it on Dabbleverse Live recently. I don't know if you caught that, Hughezy. But
if it wasn't for the drinking streams, I wouldn't have reconnected with my favorite podcaster, John Melendez. They're good stuff, and I need a few weeks break. But then anyone's invited on if you're a member. The link is in the chat, and even black people are invited on.
Interesting. Lucy, when are you getting drunk again? I'm sorry. I mean, what are you up to? You're on Shuli's network tomorrow night?
I'll be on TSN tomorrow night. Tonight we're doing a bonus episode for WATP. Yes. And in August, I'm going to be doing Girls Month of movie reviews to be combating Tony from Hack the Movies, who does Boys Month every August. So come check out a whole bunch of big titty bitches over on my channel, Once Over with Kaylee.
Kaylee, I thought that Tony told you to remind people that his subscribers, his stuff's only going to your channel now, so that everyone should unsubscribe from Hack the Movies.
He said something similar about you.
No, he didn't.
Oh, okay.
One time I was running from a cop on my dirt bike as he chased me in a semi-truck. Luckily, another biker showed up and saved me before the truck crushed my bike. We laughed our asses off.
Trucker Smart.
Oh, I forgot when I was on the All-Star team, my team won, and we got half the stands and concessions, 5,000 each.
Amazing.
As a real POS, as a kid growing up in D.C., this idiot stories are from the mind of a kid that got sheltered at home by mom.
Yeah, it's what he thinks would be like a cool childhood.
All these stories are what I pictured. It'd be like if they let me play with them. They missed out from all the fun because they wouldn't hang out with me.
Ladies Man on Mars coming in.
This book is going in like the one written by Richard Dreyfuss in Stand By Me.
If I could only eat one thing for the rest of my life, cherry-flavored pastry.
Look at Lucy.
I'm all sad that River Phoenix died, and now I'm thinking about the end of Stand By Me.
You're still worried. You're still upset about that.
1993. God.
Trucker Smart. Oh,
never seen it.
The great Corey Feldman. How could you not see all the Corey Feldman movies?
I'm jealous.
Trucker Smart again.
My baseball coach told me the trumpet makes your lips stronger and throat stronger. I don't know why he said that, but I always passed out shortly after every game and end up at the coach's house.
Now, that would be an interesting story. None of that's in this book. Laziest Man on Mars.
He called the sheet poop.
Yes, exactly. Anonymous.
I I get locked in the fenced-in area at the Sum. As I was trying to escape, a hitman then screamed, "Hey, freak show, I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime."
Trucker smart again.
When I was 7, the coach came to my house to see me. He didn't care about my lack of skills. He said he had to give me a physical. I couldn't sit down for a week, but hey, I was on the team.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mars. He's a real dummy Gillespie. Rick from New York. Lucy's head could look like she's in the 6th month of chemo and still be a dime.
Thank you.
Is that a wig?
No.
St. Patrick's, this would have killed at Rodney's. No shit. Should have just read
It
his
would
book.
have.
Would have loved that. Ladies and gentlemen, on Mars, 20 miles, March of Dimes Marathon, 5K at most. Right, like where are they going? 20 miles. That's ridiculous. Madigan, 2025, my investigation concluded that a 20-mile charity walk at a leisurely 2-mile-per-hour pace would take 10 hours. Case closed. Sorry, I don't have the sounder for that. We're on the WATP channel today. Missile Dick 3000. The name of his book should have been All Bullshit I Patched Together from watching way too many movies because nobody loves me and I'm a complete turd. A little too on the nose. Paul Aranda. Hi, all. Love you always. TSN and WATP for life. Heart. FSJ. Thank you, Paula. Agreed. Laziest man on Mars. Teens actually would skitch in the snow. 70s, 80s. Cool.
Write a book about it.
Yeah, pretty neat. I like that his mom caught him and it's like, oh no, you're holding onto a car. Anyway, doesn't matter. Lucy, thank you so much for coming on. You're going to be on this channel in a little over an hour, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. We'll be looking at Stuttering John and Karen, his girlfriend from the Channel 9 show, playing the Sternly Wed games on the Howard Stern show. And also, you can see Lucy Tightbox in person. Hughes, you've done that.
Yes, at the Great Hackamania.
Yeah, it's not too shabby, am I right?
Hackamania?
No, seeing Lucy in person.
Oh. I smoked a lot of weed out there.
You can see Lucy in person October 2nd. She will be at Royal Oak at Rock and Brews for the WATP live event with the Drew Lane Show and Dave Landau and Trucker Andy and producer Chris and Jenny Jingles and all the people and guys and stuff that we do on WATP when we do live shows. Come check it out, WATPlive.com for tickets. Vegas Law Tube, there's nothing in these childhood tales about him stuttering. Right, I thought he was bullied. Yellow, right. Outside of that, I thought he was bullied and stuff. Anyway. Well, thanks again, Hughezy. Great to see you, my friend.
Yeah, it's always great to come back, and I cannot wait to find out when DabbleCon's going to happen. I actually want to go.
That would be awesome. We will hopefully make that date soon so the judge gets off his fucking ass and rules on this thing. Lucy Tightbox, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Point Dabble Point. A Stuttering John Melendez roundtable discussion.